as we move closer to the release of Konami's eagerly anticipated Metal Gear Solid 5. The journey has been a hotbed of speculation and oddities, thanks to the creative minds of Kojima Productions and its head, Hideo Kojima. Seemingly events have taken a turn for the worse, but the conspiracy theories have other ideas on what could be happening. We take a look at the Metal Gear Solid 5 controversy. Hideo Kojima has been no stranger to messing with the minds of his captivated audiences, and from his earlier works, we see him crossing the boundaries where other developers tread not. Take the infamous Psycho Mantis battle in Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation in 1998, where the fourth wall was broken as players put their rumble-enabled pads on the floor and watched it move by telekinesis. The buck didn't stop there, as Metal Gear Solid 2 in 2001 changed the dynamics of the lead character and introduced Raiden as the playable lead instead of Solid Snake for most of the game, much to the bemusement and upset from some of the fans, especially as the character change was kept hidden until the game released. Moving forwards to Metal Gear Solid 4 in 2008, and quite a hefty budget was spent on creating a virtual TV channel for the start of the game, showcasing adverts for the private military company's theme the game hinged on. The TV programs also featured the Solid Snake voice actor, David Hayter, in an uncomfortable pseudo-interview. Fast forward to August 30th, 2012, and Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes was announced behind closed doors with a public showing some days later at the 2012 Penny Arcade Expo. For the first time in the series, this would act as a prologue to the main game and see the returning Big Boss as a playable character. Months later, at the 2012 Spike Video Game Awards in December, a teaser trailer for The Phantom Pain was shown and was accredited to a new Swedish development team known as Moby Dick Studios, led by Joakim Mogren. A fake website with a 2-week-old domain was presented, and online communities were quick to establish the shenanigans behind the reveal, easily spotting the Metal Gear Solid 5 text from within the logo. In January 2013, Kojima commented in an interview on the Ground Zeroes game, stating an inner conflict between creativity and sales as he pushed to explore less conventional, risky themes. Months later, questions were raised as to the validity of Joakim Mogren and the Moby Dick Studios following an interview with Jeff Kigley on March 14, 2013 via Game Trailers, where he appeared as a bandaged character. Some went as far as suggesting he was a CGI creation, but was later revealed to be an actor. It wasn't long before the anagram was solved and the name Joakim spelt Kojima. The Fox Engine logo, associated with the images shown to Jeff during the interview, spelt its fate. Speculation was rife after the reveal of the Phantom Pain, with some searching for clues provided by the trailer indicating who the character was. Could it be Liquid Snake? Was the masked helper Frank Yeager, aka Grey Fox? And the Cypriot setting was unmasked, leading to many other ideas. For the first time, we saw the Doctor. On March 27, 2013 at GDC, Kojima officially confirmed the Phantom Pain was in fact Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, as the main event where Ground Zeroes would be the prologue. The character was confirmed to be Big Boss, and the prosthetic limb a key feature. On June 6, 2013, Konami officially confirmed that actor Kiefer Sutherland would provide Snake's voice and do the motion capture work for the game, leaving speculation as to what role David Hayter would have. Although subsequent Twitter comments from Hayter would suggest he would not be making an appearance in the game for the first time since 1998. During this time, the neuroscientist Sergio Canavero, director of the Turin Advanced Neuromodulation Group in Turin, Italy, announced a plan for the first head transplant in man. In September 2013, more controversy arose when a popular website translated a tweet from Kojima stating that the female character Quiet would be more erotic, although Kojima responded by saying the term was somewhat lost in translation and meant sexy to encourage more cosplays and figurine sales from unique character designs. Since then, the scantily dressed Quiet character has been anything but, where actress Stephanie Jewston has appeared in more videos and interviews than any other secondary cast members to date, as some sort of irony with the name. August 2014 sees Kojima Productions produce one of the most memorable and imaginative game reveals of all time, with the PS4 exclusive PT demo during the Gamescom Sony press conference. Players uncover the reveal for a new Silent Hills game being developed by Kojima Productions as a result. In September 2014, the neuroscientist Sergio Canavero talks about the human head transplant in more detail at a TEDx event, although the connection to Metal Gear Solid 5 isn't raised during this time. Following on from numerous gameplay reveals for the Phantom Pain at E3 and several other key events, the game begins to lose its secrecy as more details are showcased. In March 2015, following a restructuring of Konami's video game operations, direct references to Kojima and Kojima Productions were removed from promotional material for the Phantom Pain, Ground Zeroes, and the Legacy Collection, raising speculation as to Kojima's position at the company. Konami went on record to reaffirm that Kojima was still involved with the Metal Gear franchise, despite rumors surfacing of him being fired or leaving the company voluntarily. April 2015 finally sees a connection with neuroscientist Sergio Canavero following more publicity about his human head transplant procedure. There's suggestion of a link between him and the Cypriot setting of the game, and the TEDx logo sporting an intersected V sign relating to the same V as seen in the Metal Gear Solid 5 logo. The idea is planted that Canavero looks like the Doctor we saw in the first Phantom Pain trailer. Given the game's use of prosthetic limb and hallucinogenic imagery, alongside Kojima's wild imagination, the connection is obvious, although not entirely true, as it has been revealed the Doctor in the trailer is modelled on the actor Ian Moore, who bears a resemblance to the character and who has resided in Japan. The speculation and self-proclaimed detective work may have blown events out of proportion, but does highlight the possibilities of what could be coming next from Kojima's camp, all things considered. Although with Konami restructuring of Kojima Productions' head alongside the human head transplant parallels, there's perhaps more coincidence being discovered than actual fact. Canavero has apparently rebuked any claims of involvement in the video game and has vowed to contact his lawyer, according to a supposed email sent to him from users of popular gaming forum NeoGAF. The question remains whether Canavero has been an innocent victim of coincidental identity or stealthily been unwittingly used to promote the game by power of suggestion. Either way, with E3 around the corner and the metaphorical grey clouds hovering over Kojima's position at Konami, what will come next? What is to be believed, aside from Metal Gear Solid 5, releases on September the 1st, 2015. Until then...